Guys, someone has had a mental breakdown on live stream and tried to, pretty much got a load of objects, completely, I'm not actually going to shout this long. And just kept doing this to himself. Ow, actually just hurt my arm.
When I eventually did look into it, it was
I'm
even worse than I was expecting, and the
situation.
videos are very awful, very disturbing, and very, very sad with what appears to be a psychotic episode or some kind.
So this guy called Perez Hilton. I've seen one image. Bro's face is covered in blood. This image. But I've seen 1444. I've seen the Ronnie McNutt video. I've seen Kevin Wittrick. I've seen an image from the Caitlin Davis video. I hate to admit it, but happened, didn't it? But this guy is covered in blood, which I'll show you. Perez Hilton. Well, I think Perez Hilton's the only one that survived it. Ronnie McNutt put a gun to his head. Gleb Koroblev did that. Mateus Bit did that. Those are the three nearest. But this guy didn't go for the shooting himself. This guy just got a load of small to massive sharp object. And just stabbed himself. Uncontrollably. This is what he looks like, right? This is what he looks like. But this man just got on the nose and started attacking himself, doing that. If this guy survives, his body's going to be whole, just scar, no skin. This phone's ringing on because I don't have safe search. But yeah, Perez Hilton just started doing that. Just punched myself, getting a knife and died. He was completely naked, not wearing anything, no clothes. He just cut into himself multiple times, just cut into himself. And then he started taking calls. This is TikTok live stream. It's not like in the Ronnie McNutt video. His phone went off a few times. His phone went off. TikTok is a feature and you can request to join a live. So he's holding his phone thing. People requesting to join a live. He accepted this. Straight up accepted this live. Shut up. Don't know. And my good God. People are, oh, you live in Florida, you drink that Florida water. Bro. You more mental breakdown than him. Someone put, where's your mum? Someone said, where's your mummy? Where's your mummy? What a freaking steaming loser, bro. But yeah. I know you might think, oh, you're just talking about this as soon as it happened to cash on the fame.
Kind of
yes.
Mental health crisis. Perez Hilton was live with a knife covered in lacerations, blood all over himself from seemingly head to toe while naked. He continued to cut his flesh on TikTok live, talking about how he was ending his own life. And initial reactions that I saw in chat were a few people saying that it was probably fake, that it was fake blood. Turns out that's not true at all. It is very real. Apparently, the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, as well as deputies, worked together to transport Hilton to a nearby hospital for medical attention. There's even dispatch audio released about the seriousness of the situation, and law enforcement even came forward to dispel the rumors that it may have been AI. They debunked that shit pretty quickly. And as of this moment right now, he is still in the hands of the medical professionals and healthcare professionals taking care of him and looking after the multiple lacerations that he suffered from this. It is terrible stuff, significantly worse than I was anticipating when I first heard about it. I'm wishing him and his family the best. That is a very serious situation, and hopefully he gets the help that he needs here. Now, there is something that I do want to talk about a little bit here from the stream. Obviously, I don't want to show you anything from him being like covered in cuts and blood and all of that. I would highly advise you don't watch the video. It is extremely disturbing and hard to watch. During the TikTok live stream, there was a moment where he entered into like a group call. I don't know how TikTok live streams work, but it seems like while he was doing this, he entered into the call with these people. I don't know if they're friends of his or if they're just like strangers that you can like bring into a group stream. I do not know how it works. But their response to what they're seeing is so unfathomable to me. And there's people defending their behavior, saying that they did everything right in this call by not overreacting. But they didn't react at all is the thing. No one called for help. Now, as I understand it, Perez Hilton added himself to their call or something, so that would be shocking, no doubt. But none of them really even seem shocked. They just seem annoyed, and nobody even seems to really care, and not a single one of them, all of them, not a single one, calls for help, which could have cost Perez Hilton his life. Like maybe he bleeds out or something. That could have been helped had they alerted authorities the second that he came into that call. I feel like that would be the normal human reaction to something this traumatizing and shocking randomly happening, being like, holy shit, like, yeah, you can stay calm, but you need to call help. And none of them do that. Instead, they just start asking, like, well, one of them starts asking, why are you crashing out? And two of them are just sipping on their drinks throughout it. Like, that to me is not how you handle a very serious situation, especially not like a shocking, traumatizing one, where you start then treating it like it's a piece of content instead of someone's life. And one of them gets out their phone, not to call for help, but seemingly to just record the screen of what is happening with Perez Hilton. So I don't think they did anything right. I really disagree that they, you know, were shocked and just didn't know how to react, so they stayed calm, which helped everything. I just don't think so. I really don't. They did nothing to help. Instead, they just seemed uninterested, annoyed, unbothered, asking why he's crashing out, casually sipping their drinks, one of them seemingly recording it for their own piece of content outside of the call. That is just fucking weird to me.
What's up, fuckers?
Oh, 5,000.
Perez, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm committing suicide.
Perez, what are you doing?
No, that's not what we're doing here. No. No.
Yes, it is.
It's true. He moans in satisfaction. Actually, you can hear audio here. He is actually going, instead of, I only have fell over, right? Scraped my arm, and I was like, This guy's straight up stabbing himself, and he's going, What? I paused it here. I didn't think Penguin Zero. Bear in mind, he said earlier he's not going to show anything. What? In front of me is a guy that is heavily, somehow alive, but heavily dead. Heavily gone.
He is covered in blood and then joins this group here, and they start talking about it like it's some kind of like wacky inconvenience. Perez, what is this? What are you doing? And he says that he's committing suicide, and then the guy's like, no, we don't do that here. And then the other girl in the bottom right just seems so uninterested in the whole thing and starts sipping from her latte or her milkshake or whatever she's got there. Not a single person takes this serious. The bottom right just seems so uninterested.
The three people actually in the call all look like the type of people that the man It's like the type of guy that, you know, sucks things. The two ladies are like social media influencers, and of course that. Then there's Perez himself, who's deeply cut up.
Interested in the whole thing and starts sipping from her latte or her milkshake or whatever she's got there. Not a single person takes this seriously at all. He is visibly covered in cuts and so much blood, and none of them seem to think that it's like anything to be alarmed about. No one's calling authorities, no one's calling police, no one's showing any real concern here at all. No one's offering help. Initially, I thought the guy who enters into the frame in the top right girl's camera got out his phone to call authorities, but no, it turns out he was just taking a video on his phone, I guess, to post on his story
If you ever
or
see
something.
stuff like this, you ever see stuff
How
like
is that
Commander
possible that you could be
If
so
you're in that
desensitized
number,
and disconnected
if
from
you're in the
reality
UK,
that you can see something as horrific as this and not even
or
think for a split second about trying to
that
help
number.
or call
If you're in the
someone to
US,
get help for this individual?
you think
They're
those two
treating this
numbers?
like it's a podcast or something now. One of them asks what's wrong, kind of, but it doesn't feel sincere or anything, and he's still not getting help. And then he also
got a
takes a drink from
hospital
his
photo of him.
milkshake too, because they're getting
Warning,
the tea here.
if
This
you're
is,
squeamish,
I guess,
I'll wait till-
entertainment to them.
wait till-
But like, all four of these individuals in the call with Perez Hilton are observably stupid people. Like, this is what I imagine it would be like if the
Yep,
orb of
there.
confusion
in
existed and was
hospital.
used. This, like, I know I use the
thing.
word lobotomite as an insult pretty often. This is legitimately lobotomites that I feel like we're looking at here.
Oh!
Like, their brains have been so thoroughly rotted by social media that they can't even process anything real anymore and don't know how to act. So when something as serious as this happens, all they can do is think about it in social media ways. So
Yeah.
they now just like start trying to do a little Q&A with him while no one even attempts to try and help this person at all. And I want to give a special mention to that guy who brought out his phone, because I feel like that was probably a huge accomplishment for him right there, to even muster that much brain power to get his phone out. Like, all of his neurons had to be firing there, using 100% of his brain capacity. This guy is an idiot to a degree where it's almost a
So this is him in
superhuman
hospital,
ability, like an
guys.
X-Men. It feels like he took the Steve Rogers super soldier serum for idiots. Like, this guy is
Steve
so
Rogers super serum for
unbelievably
idiots.
dumb that he becomes like this fucking cryptid of morons.
Can you not
Perez, what's wrong?
Where's your mom?
What's wrong?
Where's your
Good,
mom?
No,
Where's
Perez,
your
no,
mom?
Perez. What's
You gotta
wrong?
get out of Florida. The water probably not good. You've been drinking out the sink, huh? Yeah, you're not supposed to drink out the sink, bro. Go to Publix, get you some Beverly Hills.
He is mouth breathing, probably drooling all over the girl next to him there, offering top tier advice and analysis, saying that he's got to get out of Florida because the water's probably not good, and then assumes that he's drinking out of the sink and that it's not good to drink out of the sink. He needs to get himself some Zephyrly Hills. He meant Zephyr Hills. I'm surprised he was even able to get a word close to Zephyr Hills there. A big applause to that guy. You can see how hard he was struggling to even get through a sentence there. Like,
How
that was
hard
a
he was to
Herculean
get through a
task, even
sentence.
just stringing together
Fucking
words
hell.
in combination here.
people's so
And again,
fucking
the
dumb.
whole time, he has his phone out, not calling anyone for help for
Oh,
Perez Hilton,
cameras!
who
Camera
is
time!
visibly
Oh,
covered
cameras!
in blood and cuts. Like, he, like, covered in blood doesn't even really explain it. It is head to toe drenched in blood. And they're not reacting at all, like, as if it's not that big of a deal. This guy's just saying, "You good, bro?" as he's recording it on his phone, talking about, like, stop drinking out of the sink, it's not good for you. Which comes out of nowhere. I guess maybe this guy, like, drinks his water out of dog bowls or something, so he's assuming other people might do similar behavior. Like,
And three.
No, Perez, no. We need to call. No.
Perez, why are you crashing out?
No.
Perez, why are
Don't
you
do that.
crashing out?
Pray for you, bro. Hey, the view's not worth it, bro. Go back home. Leave Florida, bro. He got a rooster in the back and shit, acting like he's holy and shit.
that one lady who was sipping her stupid juice through a straw earlier in the call accidentally pipes up and arrives at a decent idea, a decent little theory, a suggestion. What if we called someone? Maybe we should call someone for help. Huge moment right there. Maybe it wasn't, moron potion
I
after
didn't
all.
know you
Maybe
were
she
meant
was
to
on the
call
limitless
for
pill in
help.
there, liquefied limitless pill, and she finally
didn't know I was
activated her brain
drinking
about,
my
maybe we call for
stupidity
help.
drink.
So there are signs that there is a frontal lobe in there fighting on the front lines for survival. But then no one still calls for help. Not a single person calls for help. Even her, the person who mentions it, still just sits there watching, seemingly, uninterested. And then the other guy in the call, starts asking, "Why are you crashing out, Perez? Why are you crashing out?" As he starts quenching his thirst with his drink now. Like, what the fuck? I just totally disagree that the people in this call did anything right at all. Because they didn't do anything. They just sat there asking why he's crashing out or just going, Perez.
Why are you crashing out?
Even the one that said we should call didn't call. Nobody did. And like I said, that could have been something that maybe ends up with Perez Hilton not getting the care that he needs fast enough. And had they called right when this happened, maybe it helps. But they didn't. And luckily, Perez Hilton is seemingly, going to be all right. The injuries aren't life-threatening, at least not from what I can tell from all the sources out there. But again, the not calling for help, the talking about, stop drinking out of the sink, and shit like that, asking why he's crashing out, none of that is a normal way of handling something serious at all. And I had to yap about that when I saw this and saw that people were actually defending it. Anyway.
No, I just watched the Penguin Zero video and barely made any comments. I want to talk about my own ideas on this. That guy that said, "Bro, why are you crashing out?" looked like a mouth breather. All of them did mouth breathers. It's like the Ronnie McNutt stream. It's like the Shuai Aslam stream. The Gleb Korobov stream. The Mateus stream. Which followed very simple rules. Go live, get a gun, shoot yourself, stream ends. This guy, this freaking Perez Hilton, bro. What are you doing? I don't want to put all the blame on these other people. This guy, Perez Hilton, just went on a call with someone to freaking traumatise him. What the frick's his problem? Genuinely. I've never got mad at the victim in the situation, Perez. But still, bro, what are you doing? I hope you get better, bro. But why? Why did you do that? Would you just spread some message or something? Don't be a massive melt and on purposely go on live. Just do it without being alive. But actually what I found out, 1444 Gleb kind of wanted to become famous from it. But really? Idiot.
That's really about it. I'm wishing Perez Hilton, his family, the best. It truly is a fucking awful.
People always know. Perez Hilton, mate. What the freak? You want to just freaking traumatise people, you idiot. Oh. Wishing him the best, yeah? Wishing all of them the best. There were 4 dumb people, and he was the best out of the bad bunch. Alright. Bye, guys. hopefully in the next video I don't have to talk about something like this. Yeah. Bye guys.